straight out of
NASA City, Houston, Texas.
Get ready for Tejano Time Podcast. Houston, Texas, tonight.
Giving you the news you can use and bringing you the hottest interviews in the Tejano industry.
It's about to go down with your host, Keith Leal. Houston, Texas.
Are you ready? Let's go. Tejano Time Podcast starts now. Please welcome your host, Keith Leal.
Yes. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Happy Sunday, fun day evening to each and every one of you out there. Tejano Time Podcast once again. Thank you so much, guys, that are out there tuned into the show right now. Everybody that's we got quite a few people already tuning into the show. Share the live, okay? By the way, just push the button, man. Share it, okay? I would like to welcome for the very first time right here on Tejano Time Podcast. Great guy, great friend of the shows, great friend of some of the jocks that we have here at the radio station. He's like I said, he's been on our radio show in the past as well. He's got some damn great music as well. So we're going to get to that here in the show. Mick Cruz, welcome to the Tejano Time Podcast.
Thank you, Keith. It's awesome. It's wonderful to be here with you. Can't wait, man. I was looking forward to tonight.
Yes, definitely. And same here. Just definitely looking forward to it. To get the opportunity to talk to Mr. Mick Cruz here. He's got a lot of great things going on with him right now. How long? Let's get started with how long you've been singing and where are you from?
Well, I've been singing for quite a bit there, Keith. Oh, man. I think I'm going to age myself pretty good here. So back in 97, when I opened up for Leroy Parnell back in the Jalapeno Festival was my first gig. So I've been playing for quite a bit since then. I'm from here, a little small town south of San Antonio called Laredo, Texas. So nice. That's where the Jalapeno Festival was. And that was my first show, man. That was nerve-wracking the first time I ever got up there and did a major show. And so it was really fun. But yeah, I've been playing for a good while. I've been writing ever since I can remember. Even before I started, doing shows and stuff, I had, I look back at some of the stuff I wrote and it was, man, this was pretty terrible. For some of the early stuff I started writing. And then as the years progressed, obviously you kind of get a little bit better and song flows a little bit nicer and stuff like that. So I've been doing this for quite some time now.
Yeah. So and songwriting is a thing for you as well. You just like you. Yeah. So that's awesome. That's cool. That comes along with it as well. A lot of artists can say good stuff about it, and a lot of them do not say anything at all because it's I guess it takes away from whatever else they're doing with when it comes to performance and stuff like that, or in the studio and whatnot, and it kind of gets in the way. But for you, how does that factor?
Oh man, I enjoy it. I love to write music. I love to present something out there that comes from the mind, the heart, the soul, the experiences in life. You write about something and then just the song comes to life. And I'm very actually active in doing that with some, obviously in trying to do that and put it out there. But I also love creating the music too. So I'm very hands-on when it comes to the production of it as well. I hear things in my brain and my head and we're trying to get something, together to get. I guess the most challenging part of that is obviously what you hear in your head, you try to get it into a recording, and that's the challenge that we have. But as far as the songwriting and the production of it, I love every bit of it. And
that's amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. Mick Cruz, ladies and gentlemen, here on Tejano Time Podcast here on this Sunday. Yeah. Just definitely share the live, guys, if you're out there tuned in. Comments are already coming through here. Christina Guerrero is watching the show. Saludos, amigo, she says there.
Hi, Christina.
That's right. Definitely. Mr. Ricky Duran, all right, from our Evening Jockey on the radio.
How's it going?
Brother Rick.
Yes, Brother Rick.
Brother Rick right there. Joe Fonseca también is watching the show. Thank you so much, Joe. Share the live, guys. We also got this guy right here. Is no stranger. I'm sure you're familiar with this guy right here. Alejandro C. Lopez.
What's going on, Alec?
Yes,
What's
definitely.
going on, brother?
We want to ask him a question. Does he still have that Bud Light jacket that you left there in Beeville, Texas?
I didn't do that on purpose. I did leave it there. How did you knew about that, or did he ask? Is that the question he asked? Is that what
No, it's not the question he asked. Last time I was, the moment we confirmed this interview, which was about a week or so ago, he's like, and he called me and I said, that was talking to Mick on the other line. We were preparing things for the show and whatnot. And I said that was him. So that's why I didn't return your phone call. And he says, "Oh yeah, no problem. Just let him know if we still got that jacket if he wants it."
Oh man, yeah, because I was fortunate enough. LNF Distributors is a sponsor of Mick Cruz. Well, shall I say myself? I call myself sometimes the third person. But yeah, and we had a show down in Beeville one time, and they gave me an awesome jacket, and I was wearing it, but it was hot, So at the end, I was breaking down. We were trying to get our stuff together after the show. And I left it there on top of one of the suitcases or cases of music, and I was helping obviously my fellow drummer and some of my musicians because I love to help, and I'm one of those guys. And I forgot it. And I told Ali, I go, man, hey, can you just hold on to that jacket for me? Because I think I forgot it. I was looking at my truck. I was like, dang it, I'm not gonna go back right now because it was already kind of late. So I guess that's why when you said it, I was like, that was an inside joke. I was like, what? How do you know that?
Yeah, it was in the paper.
He's got the LMA already going there.
Yeah, it was just something that happened. I mean, it happened. It was, again, he's got it for you. He's got it. So next time you run through, he'll be more than happy to hand it to you.
You can use it, if you want.
Yeah, I don't think it fits him, but yeah, definitely.
I didn't say that.
I did that. I said that, Alex.
You did.
Sonia de la Paz is watching the show. Mick Cruz in the house.
Sonia.
Great artist as well.
Yes, I love her. I work really hand in hand with her husband, Diego. As a matter of fact, he's a big part of the music that I do. And I guess we'll get into that in a little bit, but the production part of it, Diego Garcia, man, talented guy, love the dude. We really collaborate very well. We bounce off ideas and stuff like that. So it's almost like the guys in my head. I go, Diego, when I need this, this is what I'm thinking. Diego was just so talented. He just, okay, man, I think we do this. And he just helps me put it all together, and I love working with him. So as a matter of fact, the single that we're obviously going to listen to today, obviously he's a big part of the production process, and I can't do it without that guy. Love him.
Awesome. So big shout out también para Diego, if he's out there tuned in. Sonia, thank you so much for watching the show, guys. Share the live as well. Mick Cruz is here on the Tejano Time podcast, ladies and gentlemen. So, Mick, what are some of the challenges you faced in the country music industry as a Hispanic artist?
Yeah, man, that's a really good in-depth question, because I guess ever since I started, some of the challenges we're trying to break. It's almost like that stigma of, the Hispanic culture having to sing some of the Spanish songs, right? So when I was growing up and I was listening to my brother, play some of these songs of George Strait and stuff, I was like, well, who's that? And, obviously back in the day, it was even a little bit harder where it was predominantly white. The culture was, country music was white. And I was like, well, I love George Strait, the chair that he was playing, and, Cowboy Rides Away, some of those older songs and classics. Never get old, right? They're gold. And I was like, well, I want to sing that. And don't get me wrong, my father listened to rancheros and all these things that we were growing up and stuff. I didn't gravitate to that. Once I heard my brother murdering a couple of songs, and I'm going to say it, he was murdering a couple of these songs, playing them, but it was fun. And I fell in love with George Strait. Was the man for me back then. And the challenge was trying to say, well, are the Hispanics supposed to be singing country? There's not too many. You look and you start following some of these artists, and that, from George Strait, I went to, some of these other artists, Keith Whitley, and you go to Tracy Lawrence, you go to some of these older, awesome Clint Black, Alan Jackson, but where's Jose Juan? Where are these guys here? And where do I fit in? How do I fit in? Can I fit in? Am I supposed to fit in? Can I do that? And to me, I think a lot of that was obviously stopping myself in the early years of, being, well, do we really belong? Should I be singing that? But after that, I was like, you know what, we're going to do this. I love the music, and music is music. If I can touch the souls and connect with people and do it respectively and respect the country music sounds, then let's do it. Let's rock and roll. Let's go.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
for
it's
sure.
been challenging. It really has.
I believe it. Like I said, we have a few artists that are out there, and more than a handful, I think, that do country. Hispanic guys out there doing some country. I never got around to ask that question. You know what I mean? It's a good question. Everybody's, I'm sure, is going to have a different opinion on things, but you explained yourself well. What you have gone through, because everybody's story is different. So yeah, thank you for that, there, Rick. Appreciate that.
Thank you, man. Thank you for that question, but definitely challenging. So, but we're gonna keep at it. We're gonna break some barriers. We're gonna do some new sounds, and if my country's a little bit different than what the country is out there, that's fine too. I don't mind being a little different. And that's what I always tell Diego. As a matter of fact, we go, hey, it doesn't matter. We don't have to necessarily fit right in. We just want to respect the music, respect country music, and do it the right way, and let's get a good sound and get a good product out there. And that's what we do.
For sure. So, yeah, that's just the way it is. And well said, coming from Mr. Xavier Garza right there, Javier Garza, watching the show as well. Definitely opening doors on behalf of Ricky Duran as well as watching.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
everybody that's out there watching right now, guys. Share the live. We're talking with Mr. Mick Cruz. He's got a new single out as well that we're going to get to here shortly, and maybe one of the other tunes that he had out prior to that as well. We'll follow up with that, and definitely we're going to play those tunes so you guys can get a chance to get familiar. If you're not familiar with Mr. Mick Cruz, you're going to get familiarized with him today during the show, so you can know what he's all about. And again, he's got some great music, great sounding music right now. So right now, Mick, right now, are you with a label?
No, I'm independent right now.
Independent.
So we're just trying to get the music out there. The single, we got it to some radio platforms. I'm getting the help of a wonderful lady, Cynthia, out there. She's out there. Hi, Cynthia. She's helping me get it to radio. And we're gonna try and do that. And with the help of you guys and everybody that believes and supports music, I couldn't do without you guys, man. Especially you guys, and I really appreciate that, because I do need to do the best to get it out further than just this area where I'm at, which sometimes is also a very challenging thing to do. So we're doing our best, but that's what exactly.
There you go. And definitely the song is out there up for request as well. And it's on all digital platforms, guys. So we'll get a chance to hear the song here. If you like it, go out there and add it to your playlist. That'll be in just a few seconds, a few minutes, should I say. We're going to get some more questions out of the way for Mr. Mick Cruz right here on the show. So, Mick, how do you balance your cultural identity, with the expectations of the country genre? How does that for you? How do you balance that? I know it's tough.
I got to stay real to myself. Those are good questions. I like these. These are great. You got to stay real to yourself, Keith. I mean, I got to know where I came from. Honestly, I can't go. I can't be. I just mentioned George Strait, a little bit ago, and I'm pretty sure everybody would love to be a George Strait, right? Who wouldn't want to be the guy? The guy's got everything he touches is golden in that aspect, but. As far as I just got to be Mick, I have a background where I grew up. I have a story. I have a culture that I've been around, and I have to just, kind of combine what I've gone through in my life experiences with what I want to try and do now. And again, respect that country music aspect of it and try and mesh that as best as possible, but stay real to Mick and stay humble and stay, in my lane as far as my cultural beliefs and stuff like that to try and harness that together. And that's where I think I'm trying to break some of those walls. I don't have to pretend to be somebody that I'm not. I gotta be Mick, and bring in my life experiences and what I've grown up to love and do, and then try and mesh that and make it a respectable product in the end where everybody can enjoy and kind of, stay real with myself. And it's a challenge sometimes, but I try to stay in that lane and stay humble and stay respectful to the music.
To the music,
that's what I try and do.
There you go. That's well said, right there, Mr. Mick Cruz, guys. Okay.
You guys have any? Am I getting A+ on these? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and check that one off for you right now, quick. Okay, and you're going to get a sticker with that as well. All right.
All right.
Awesome, Mr. Mick Cruz right here. Now, Without You is a song that we want to play before we get to the new song. I'm sure some of the folks out there are familiar with the song. If you're not, stay close. We're going to play it for you next right here on Tejano Time. Tell me a little bit about that song, Mick, before we get it going.
Yeah, the Without You is a creative song that we just I started to write with using life experiences, and that's actually that song was around for many years. And it's just trying to gather ideas from, whether it's, personal situations, my brother's situations, friends' situations, and it's a collaboration of all my ideas in my head about trying to just gather what they went through. And it's really a relatable song, Without You, right? I mean, everybody's probably going to have that one person or maybe even several people in their life where you connect with somebody and at the same time you lose somebody, and then how do you continue your life without that person, and can you come back? I made a mistake, or you made certain things and it just didn't work out for whatever reason, and you're trying to get that person back, and that's the premise of the song. And at the same time, of course, I try to make songs that it's everyday relatable situations, and you'll hear that in some of the songs that we talk about today. Obviously, is that my music is I want people to kind of tap into it and relate to it, and I can see what he's trying to say, because I believe that it's something that people have gone through. Then it becomes a little bit more of a special song.
There you go, right
there.
I thought.
Hopefully, that's what everybody thinks.
Yeah, well, and if you guys have an opinion on the song, you think something positive, let's try to keep it positive as well. If you like the song, drop it in the comments box, all right, and let us know what you think about the song. Okay, again, this is Without You from Mr. Mick Cruz, and we'll be right back here and talk about a little bit more here in just a few on the Tejano Time podcast with your host Keith Leal and my guest tonight, Mr. Mick Cruz.
Yeah.
So long since my heart has felt this way. Your every touch made me feel so strong. I can't deny that I let your love slip away. I just can't believe that you're still gone. 'Cause without you in my life, well, I just needed time. Give me one chance just to show how much I need you. Yeah, my heart has skipped a beat since we both have been apart. Been so hard living my life without you. Said I don't care. I'd give my life just to change your mind. And if I'd call, no telling what trouble that could bring. To hear you tell me your heart's still mine. 'Cause without you in my life, well, I just need time. Give me one chance just to show how much I need you. Yeah, my heart has skipped a beat since we both have been apart. Been so hard living my life without you. Without you in my life, well, I just need time. Give me one chance just to show how much I need you. Yeah, my heart has skipped a beat since we both have been apart. Been so hard living my life without you. It's been so hard living my life without you.
There you have it right there. Without You, Mr. Mick Cruz, right here on Tejano Time Podcast. All right, so it's a good song, great song, upbeat and everything. I mean, I love everything about it, Mick. Again, you have all kinds of great stuff. I mean, great music out, and your new single it's not far from it as well. I mean, it's another great great tune. If you guys haven't heard it, we'll get to that here in a minute. But that song was released back when, Mick.
Oh, it was maybe about a year ago. I have to check that. Yeah, it was some time back. I actually had a middle song too, which is it's called "I Love You More." Mm-hmm. We tried to shoot that one to radio. It didn't really go too far, but it's still out there as well. And then of course we released this new one of "Everything's Better with You." Currently. Yeah. So, yeah, but love the song. It cranks.
Yes, it definitely
driving
cranks.
in your truck, so it's always one of those good feel songs when you're driving or somewhere and you want to turn it up. Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely. Irene Mendoza says, hello, Mick Cruz and Keith Leal watching the show. Irene? How you doing? Great. Saludos. And Ricky loved it, of course. Great jams right there from Mr. Ricky Duran.
Thank you, Rick.
Martha Molina, beautiful song and voice.
Thank you, Martha. I appreciate that. Yes, thank you so much.
And Ghost Town is fire.
Yeah, and that's where the new music's gonna come out. Javier is already getting ahead of me, but yeah, definitely there's a Ghost Town on my website. I mean, on my social media where I put in. It's an unreleased song called Ghost Town, and that song will probably be eventually coming out. Soon. I'm trying to get to some of these songs little by little in a specific way, but he's already mentioning one on my social media.
I
put it out there already, so he's definitely a follower. Thank you, Xavier.
Yes, big shout out.
Song too. Yeah, it's a good song too. It'll be out, and I'll be sure and make sure everybody knows it's out there once we release it.
There you go. That's in the works. Again, more new music to come from Mr. Mick Cruz. Mick, can you share a memorable experience that you've had throughout your career in the music industry?
There's several, Keith. I mean, honestly, but one of my favorites, I guess you would say, is opening the show for Jason Aldean. Wow. Jason Aldean came down to Laredo and played at the LEA. I guess at the time it was Laredo Entertainment Arena. I guess I don't know what it's called now, but it's here in Laredo anyways now. That's pretty terrible of me. But he came down, and I was fortunate enough to be asked to open the show. And that was when he was releasing, the Big Green Tractor Truck and She's Country. I don't know if you remember that those songs from Jason Aldean, and had the pleasure of opening up the show for him. We got to say hi to him backstage, and that was one of my highlights. That guy is obviously a monster in the country business. And so that is one of my most exciting, memorable moments. Now I've had the pleasure of opening up for like Tracy Lawrence, actually sitting with Tracy Lawrence in Reno. He actually let me sit next to him. I got some advice from him. That was another wonderful moment. And I still remember him. I go, Tracy, can you give me some advice on trying to get into the country business? And he was, very honest with me. He says, Mick, if I had the answers to that, I'd write a damn book. I don't have it. Everybody's going to go. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's, life, getting to this stage is going to be different. There's no one way of doing it. One person can write a hit song and the next he's a star. The other one has to grind it out, releasing several songs, and getting to the point where they want to reach and where you consider yourself successful, right? Everybody's also, level of success is going to be different. So that was another memorable moment for me, just sitting and talking. And of course, I've been fortunate enough through Get Out Communications to open up, for, many of these artists that come in. And I learn from them. I've grown from them. Again, I respect the country music aspect of it and try to keep it as close as possible with the Mick Cruz twist on it. And I've had several. I've been very fortunate, honestly.
Awesome.
Can't tell you.
I can't. That's just amazing right there to sit there and chat with some of these big artists there in the
Absolutely.
country. Just kicking it there for a few minutes is just amazing for you. You know what I mean? But hey,
because I was stalking him too. I knew he was there, and he was with his manager, and he was there. Just so happened we were in that same hotel that he was staying at, and I was like, man, I was a distance, and I didn't want to be one of those guys. Man, one of these guys. What? But I mean, of course, I'm a country artist. I saw him, and my chance he was arguing, or should I say, having a heated discussion with his management, and he took off and he stayed at the bar. And I was like, this is now or never, man. And I went over there and I sat right down there. Hey, I'm a big fan of yours. Respect you. Can I ask you a couple questions? He just sit down. What's on your mind? What's your name? Blah blah blah. It's like, really? I'm talking here with Tracy Lawrence, man. He's at the bar having a whiskey. I was like, that's crazy. So that was memorable for me.
Yeah,
definitely.
Amazing. Great stuff. Great stories right there from Mr. Mick Cruz, guys. Another highlight, Ricky says here is, you're on Tejano Time Podcast tonight, so that's another highlight.
That's absolutely right. That's exactly right. I'm having to talk with Keith Leal. He was asking me all these difficult questions, giving me grades. The guy got A's and B's on my answers.
Yeah, got stickers and stars and everything.
I don't know, man. I have to check my report card by the end of the show and see if I got an F on it, so I can work on some of these answers, because dang, he's getting deep with me on some of these questions. So, but I love it. I love those types of questions. And sometimes I can answer them great, and sometimes I may not have the best answers for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough, and I know that there's a lot of different shows out there and things like that. What I like to when I bring an artist on the show here is for the artist to actually just let them talk. And that's what it's all about. A lot of people like to listen to the artist, let them, answer the question without, keep your interruptions to a minimum. There's some people that are just all over the place, don't allow the artist to talk and cut them off and whatnot. But that's just not my style. Never has been, especially when you're doing radio. So radio is the same thing, so you got to be professional about it here. So Yolanda Gonzalez Aldalco is also watching. She says, saludos, Keith and Mick. I'm not sure. I think she's up in the Midwest.
Yolanda, how you doing?
Definitely checking out the show. Share the live, Yolanda, as well. Thank you so much for tuning into the show right here on Tejano Time. We have a new track here we're going to get to in a minute, just in a few seconds. A few minutes once again, from Mr. Mick Cruz. But Mick, going back to, what do you do like on your off time when you're not performing, when you're not doing anything? Do you have any personal hobbies or anything that highlights your weekends that you like going fishing or something like that?
Yeah, actually, I do some fishing as well with my nephew. But as far as anything specific, I used to obviously play a lot of basketball. But obviously, as we get older, Keith, sometimes we kind of have to hang up those sneakers. So now I just kept it to personal workouts, whatever I can manage, and try and stay as fit as possible. That is what I normally do on my off time. I love to listen to music. Obviously, I just follow some of the fellow artists and see what they're doing, to support them in any way possible, especially the ones that are just starting out to the ones that are, really seasoned. And I just lend my support to them as well. So I really try and keep in touch with some of them. But as far as anything like that, I just, I'll hang out with my son. Actually, he's doing music as well. It's very different from what I do, of course, but I love to spend time with him and collaborate with his types of music, which I'm learning a lot of, which is rap. Believe it or not, right? And he does a lot of that music, but he writes his own stuff as well. So I spend a lot of time with him, bouncing ideas. We listen to sounds, his song, in the mixing process, the production process of it as well. Hey, Dad, hey, what do you hear here, Dad? What do you not hear here? And I'm like, well, this is what I hear. This is what I think. And we bounce a bunch of ideas. So he's at an age now where he's already 20 years old. So it's great to be able to bounce off musical, creativity, ideas and production and all these things that we can share. Yeah. And that's where I spend most of my time, definitely. Of course, I do have a job. At this moment, I work for the government. We'll probably just leave it there. And I have a government job, and so it does. Obviously, I have to spend time, obviously, doing my job, and right. So music right now is a big passion of mine, and I'm hoping that it gets to another level where I can probably sustain myself with the music. But that's obviously every entertainer's dream and goal, and that's where mine is right now too, as well.
There you go. There you have it. Some great stuff. I mean, again, Cindy Ramos is watching the show. We got a lot of people that are tuned into the show right now. It's the David Vela. Cindy? David Vela, Oakland, is watching, and over in Oakland. Thank you so much, David. Appreciate you. And let's see. And what he says. And what was the job again? LOL, Ricky.
Ricky, it's a government job. I can't tell you. You already know, Rick. Why do you do that?
Yeah, that's my boy Rick right there.
Right. Put me on the spot.
Definitely gonna put you on the spot. That's Rick, but no, he's a Rick. He's a great guy.
You're right.
Let's see. I'm going to run down right quick. That I got a lot of people tuned in here in the show. That's the rundown. Mr. Roy Mesa is watching the show. Dave Hernandez is also watching. Michelle Garcia, Easy Sin también is watching. Let's see. We got Franco Olvera, Joe De La Rosa, Veronica Mendez. We have Teresa, Sandra Gonzalez. Let's see. We got David Chavez también also tuning into the show. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Nice.
Cindy Ramos, of course. Cindy Ramos.
Hey, Cindy.
Joe Quesada is also watching. Isaac Valdez, thank you so much, Isaac, for watching the show. Amalia Gutierrez. I mean, there's just so many. Andy Salazar. I can go on and on, guys. Mr. JB Flores. Yes, there's so many people tuned in here, and the group as well watching the show. Thank you so much, guys. Share the live once again. And we're going to get to the new tune here, the new track from Mr. Mick Cruz here. And we want to, I guess, get the behind the scenes of the story. But before we get there, Mick, video wise, you don't have too many videos out currently, right? Are you going to be working on the new video for the new single anytime soon?
You know, Keith, it's funny you asked that question because I've been kind of back and forth on this one because I guess the new way of music is I've been around obviously for some time, and the way the music industry used to work back when I first started compared to the way it works a little bit now, it's very different now. And I'm sure you can probably understand that. It's the way you get music out now. You know, back in the day, I used to make a bunch of CDs, early on. Right. You remember that? We used to sell them at the shows. You know, now back then Apple and Spotify and all these iTunes and, were not around. I couldn't get the music out the way we can get it now. And so now I've also, with the help of my son, trying to obviously capture not only my audience, but a younger audience as well to kind of get, well-balanced audience. These short videos, clips seem to be the way to do it nowadays. Not necessarily a full-blown video like back in the day with MTV and all that. I'm sure you can remember some of those, which are still fantastic. Don't get me wrong. And I'll still want to do that. And I still have to look for somebody. I would love to do a video on this song because I think it's a fun song. And there's some other songs that I want to release that I think would be fantastic. I'm a jokester. I love to have fun when I make videos. So I think, some of these songs that I think we're going to release, I would love to do a video. I just have to find the right person that's willing to do something with me and collaborate and maybe get some ideas. But I'm always open to that. But right now, I just find myself trying to just get myself out there as much as possible with smaller clips, whether it's doing a live thing or maybe some type of clipping with a video with an overdub of the song itself, which I'm sure you've seen some of those on my social media sites. But in the works per se right now, no, I don't have anything unless somebody out there wants to, reach out and is interested in helping me with a video. I'm always open for that. But I have to say I'm a jokester. I love having a good time. And I hope we can bring that to some of the videos that I love to create in the future for sure. And I know we'll probably do that.
There you go. So you never know. You never know. Someone might hit you up right after the show, and just pitch something to you. You never know. But yeah, we'll definitely look out for that. We'll keep tabs on it. And if you guys are out there that are not following Mr. Mick Cruz on his social media pages, go ahead and follow him. Give him a follow. You're on what, Facebook? Are you on Instagram or any other pages?
All platforms. You can do Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Well, now X, I guess you would say. I think it's X now. So all the social media sites, you can look up Mick Cruz Music. My website's also up there too, so you can check out the music and pictures and stuff like that. So you can find me anywhere. Go ahead and message me or give me a shout out or something. Always welcome.
There you go. And Grupo Básico from Mr. Bobby Moya is watching the show as well.
Bobby
says hello.
Nice. How you doing, Bobby?
And we got this guy here. We were going to cover this as soon as we got back from the video, but we're going to go ahead and I guess just jump into it right now. Mr. DJ Smoke from the Tejano y Mas show is tuned in right now. Keith, Mick, what's up?
DJ Smoke.
Yes, another guy doing great things here in the industry, and we got some details. We'll get after the song. We're going to go ahead and get a rundown as to some performances that you have up and coming here for everybody that's tuned in out there as well, so that way you guys can go out there and check him out. He might be in your neck of the woods. You never know, but we'll get to that here shortly, right after the single. His latest single. This is actually the brand new single, guys. Tell me a little bit about this new one right here. Everything's better.
Everything's better with you. Yeah, this song was born. I was driving home with my daughter, and I was bringing her home from college one day. We were moving some stuff, and she was coming home, and we were singing and listening to songs. It was really cool. Obviously, it was a father-daughter moment, and we were driving home, and And I was like, man, I'm glad you're here next to me driving home, because we were laughing and at the same time listening to some tunes, obviously her types of music, and of course the music that I enjoy. And she was like, my dad, it's just me. And I was like, well, I was driving up and I was alone, and now that I'm driving back, you're here. So it's better. It's better with you. And boom, right there. It's better with you. And I was like, hey, everything's better with you. And I was like, that was where it was born. I was like, because spending time with whoever it is, and this song doesn't, I wrote it specifically kind of like for a love, but at the same time, it could be anything. Like it could be your sister, your brother, your cousin. It could be your best friend. It could be whoever it is that brings in this element of energy into the life of whatever you're doing that just makes that moment better. And I was telling her that, and it's simply just driving over there. I was fine. We're all driving, and we all have we're alone. But when I'm driving back with you,
right,
hey, it's that much better.
Yeah,
and that's where everything's better with you is born. And I put on my creative hat, and I just try to write something that, again, we went over this a little bit earlier, can be relatable and people can kind of connect with, and I think they can, because I try to put some clips out there. Like I said, I wrote it specifically with the in mind, with the, I guess, the perspective of a love, but it can really fall into place with just about anybody that makes a moment that you have better, whether it's, like I said, your friend, family, so, I thought it was relatable. I thought it was a cool song. It's a fun song, danceable song. So I think people will enjoy this, and I'm hoping they will.
There you go. We're going to play it for you guys, everybody out there that's tuned in right now. Everything's better with you, Mr. Mick Cruz, right here on the Tejano Time Podcast. Take a listen to this, and we'll be right back, guys.
The first smell of jasmine on an early sunrise, the warm feel of blankets where cuddles feel so nice. You have a heart of gold, and it's all I want on. So let's do this right and take this nice and slow. Any place, anywhere, with you I'll go. You're a warm cup of coffee on a cold, cold winter morning. Your smell left on my pillow that makes me smile, You're a Sunday evening porch swing. You're in my favorite songs I'm singing. Those endless nights talking till 4:30. I love what you do. Everything's better with you. Let the fireflies shine to set the mood just right. Yeah. Lock your pinky with mine, 'cause I don't want you too far. And let's make a wish on forever next shooting star. My best days are spent where you are. You're a warm cup of coffee on a cold, cold winter morning. Your smell left on my pillow that makes me smile. You're a Sunday evening porch swing. You're in my favorite songs I'm singing. Those endless nights talking till 4:30. I love what you do. Everything's better with you. Your Sunday evening porch swing. my favorite songs I'm singing. Those endless nights talking till the 4:30. I love what you do. Yeah, I love what you do. I love what you do. Everything's better with you. Oh, everything's better with you.
There you have it right there. Everything's better with you. Mick Cruz right here on the Tejano Time Podcast. Another one that's out right now, available on all digital platforms. If you like the song, ladies and gentlemen, go out there and add it to your playlist, guys. Okay, it's available, again, streaming on all platforms. You've got a favorite one. I'm sure everyone has a favorite one out there. So go out there and look him up. Mr. Mick Cruz has got another other great songs that are on there and that are available as well. So make sure you go out there and check that out. So, yeah, another great... just like Mr. DJ Smoke said right there, damn good two-stepping music right there, he says, Mr. DJ Smoke.
Yeah, I did, and it's funny that you said it, because I did want to write something as well with that feel. When me and Diego were talking about it, and we were like, you know what, Diego, I want this to be, I want people to be singing and dancing at the same time. So, like, in other words, the picture of it was, and it was, I want people to be dancing on the dance floor, basically saying what I just said, that everything's better with you, but at the same time they could dance to it. So dancing with you is even better. Like, in other words, so it was kind of that idea at the same time. So I had all these things working in my brain, just something that I just wanted to just put together, and the product came out really nice. And so I'm just hoping everybody loves it.
Yeah, I'm sure the folks. Well, we got some good response, should I say, here on the show tonight. Everybody, they've got an amazing voice. They got a great voice. They love the song. So again, guys, look them up. It doesn't get any better than that. And we're talking about Mr. Mick Cruz right here. If you like it, go out there and stream it. Mick, you've got a lot of shows coming up. Here in the next, I guess I would say, the next couple of months, should I say? I know we have. One that's going to be taking place, you have one in Laredo, should I say, if I'm not mistaken, February the 29th. I don't know if you have that.
I have my calendar here too. Yeah, the Laredo Fair, actually. Thank you to Laredo Fair is going to be bringing in some acts. They have a little bit of country. They have Conjunto. They have Tejano. They have a little bit of everything. And on Thursday, I believe I'm going to have a show with Robert Ray and with Kyle Park. So I'm excited about that. I played a couple of shows with Mr. Robert Ray. Shout out if he is listening or he's out there. And Mr. Kyle Park, we're gonna go ahead and have some fun that evening. So I'll open the show, and then those two will follow behind. But great people. It's a great lineup. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, and I'm looking forward to that, definitely.
There you go. That's
the 29th. Yeah.
29th. Yes, and I know we have an event along with Mr. DJ Smoke from the Tejano Mas show and West Texas Explosion, VFW Post 76 there in San Antonio, 3rd Annual Riverwalk Festival that's going to be taking place March 14th, 15th, and 16th, all right?
Correct.
So you will be there.
On the 14th, if I'm actually,
yes,
if I remember correctly.
Country night.
Yeah, and I think it was a great thing. They reached out to me, DJ Smoke, and he reached out and said that he wanted to do something to salute the troops, I believe is what
correct.
This is about, right? And so I said, man, you don't have to ask me twice. Just let me get my guys together and make sure they can do it. There's no scheduling issues or whatever, and I'm in. So I just told him, give me a couple hours. Let me just reach out to my boys, and everybody was willing to lend a helping hand and obviously do this for them, the troops. And they do so much for us. The least I can do is go out there and sing a 45-minute set for them and show them how much we appreciate them and everything that they do and the sacrifices that they do. And man, it was a no-brainer for me, honestly. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody in person. All you guys have helped me out a ton. So I'm looking forward to spending some time with you guys and having a drink with you guys and
definitely.
Just spending some time and talking a little bit with you guys. So I'm looking forward to that event as well. So I can't get here fast enough.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Again, that's going to be taking place over in San Antonio, March 14th. He will be there on that Thursday night. I believe the first show kicks off a little bit after 6 p.m. On Thursday. So, DJ Smoke has a quick question, but before we get to there, that question, yeah, let me see right quick here. Hello, Mick, beautiful song. That's from Ana Castillo.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
And tu amigo Pete says, saludos, amigos.
Hey, how's it going, Pete?
There you go. And now we can get right quick to Mr. He says, question from Mick. We got him into country music. What got you into country music?
Mr. King George, as a matter of fact. Remember, I think we touched on this in the beginning of the segment here with the show. I think we were saying, how did it all start and how it all began, which was my brother murdering the chair and Cowboy Rides Away on the guitar. But I heard him learning it because obviously he was playing it and trying to play along with it, learning some of the chord structure. But when I heard George Strait sing, well, excuse me, once he hit those notes and the Cowboy Rides Away, I was like, man, I was hooked. So if I was one person that was a big, big influence in my getting into country music, it's going to have to be King George, which I'm sure many artists will probably have to say, he is definitely the king. So that's the reason that I got in. There you go, King of Country, definitely.
King of Country, that's it. He says Keith is going to have to open a tab all night long. Definitely will open up a tab all night long on behalf of West Texas Explosion, Tejano Explosion. There's on behalf of him and his crew. Yeah, for sure, we'll do that. No problem.
Absolutely. After the show, we're gonna definitely get together and have a couple of stiff shots of whiskey and maybe some scotch and stuff like that. So I can't wait to hang out with you guys. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely.
It's going to be an amazing show out there. Amazing event, 3-day event. It's and the good thing about that there. I mean, the great thing is it's absolutely free, but absolutely free. Bring the entire family out there. Your brother, your sister, your uncle, your aunt, and whatever the case may be. Just go out there and check it out. It's going to be some great, great music. Kicking off Thursday all the way down till Saturday. It doesn't get any better than that. Once again, over at the VFW Post 76 in San Antonio, Texas. All right. CC Jammer. Animo primo. That's right. Saludos. Have a good evening. Thank you so much for watching the show, bud. So, Mick, again, your latest single is out right now. It's currently available on all digital platforms. What's next for Mick Cruz?
More of the same, Keith. It's the grind. I think it's the long journey to what we're trying to get to. Obviously in the end, do we want to get into a label of some sort? Maybe if the deal is right, where we can get the music further out there, where these I guess you can say my tentacles can reach out a little further, to get, because I am a little far south in Texas, so in Laredo, Texas, obviously. So I need to do my best to get a little further out there and get the music heard and get it to the right ears, and maybe working with the right people that can push my music to the right people and get it out there. Would I love to do this for a living? Absolutely. That is definitely on the table as an option, but obviously I have to surround myself with the right people, the right team, because I know that I can't do this by myself. I need obviously part of a management company, a label, if that's going to be the case. You don't always need labels, but some can help. And just continue the grind. Put some good music out there. Hopefully, my collection and my music can touch people and snowball and kind of expand. And word of mouth is also a great way of getting Mick Cruz music out there. So if just keep working it, Keith, and then that's what I'm going to try and do. As long as I love to write and produce and perform, then I'll do it as long as I possibly can. And that's what we'll do. Definitely right there. It says, I can't wait to spin it on my next show. Tu amigo Pete. Definitely spin it, bud. It's a great jam, great song. That's right. And Ana Castillo says, that's awesome. With the King of Country, George. Love his songs. The very best to you, Mick. And y'all do great. Thank you, Anna. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's right. So everybody that tuned in, thank you. Thank you so much again for another great night here on the Tejano Time Podcast. Looking forward to bigger and better things here in 2024. Mick is on, right now on a radio tour, should I say, and, promoting a lot of his, promoting his music, his new single. Lucy Lopez says, great music, Mick. She's watching the show as well. So thank you, Lucy. Thank you. That's my dog back there. So
A little special cameo appearance there.
he is a little cameo appearance for those dog lovers, just so you know, real quick. Let's see. Put you up there, bud. There he is.
There he is. Everybody that's tuned in out there, check it out. So, Mick, one more question for you right here. Any advice you have to, again, you've asked some of your mentors there in the country scene for some advice. What advice do you have right now for some of the younger generation, some of the younger Hispanic generation, some of the young guys that are trying to get into the country scene?
I guess the best advice I could do is don't give up. There's going to be a lot of doors that are going to close. There's going to be a lot of disappointments. There's going to be people that are going to critique, be very vocal and tell you things that, whether maybe you're not good enough and make you feel a little bit like maybe you're not doing the right thing or you're not on the right track. Do what's in your heart. If it feels good and it's something that you want to put out there and it's through hard work, it will happen. You don't give up. It's really a grind. It's going to be a grind. I've been doing this for a long time and I'm still working, my way. And there's a goal that I want to try and reach personally and obviously with it financially as well. You want to get some type of money in return at the end of the day. You invest so much time and money into the music and away from your family and stuff. And so in the end, you do want to get some type of reward. And if that's the reward you're looking for, then you need to work and grind towards that. Now again, it happens differently for everybody. One person can write a #1 hit and you can skyrocket to the top and it can just go viral and it can go everywhere. And unfortunately, it hasn't happened to me just yet, but you never know. Maybe this one might be it, thanks to you guys. But it's a different path for everybody. So don't get discouraged. Country is a very competitive, market. Just like any other type of music, it's not easy to get in, but the rewards at the end, if you can somehow get in there, I think will outweigh, the pain and the grind that you go through. And it's probably going to be even better when you do find that, level of success that you're searching for. So if I had to say anything, I maybe just don't give up, keep going. And if there's anything that I can do, and I've always made this a point, I was telling Keith a little bit earlier off camera that, if there's anything that I can do within my means to help any of you guys, whether it's a talk or a message that you guys are trying to get out there to country music and you need some type of help or advice or some type of, I'm always there to try to help. I've always strongly believed that I need to be a big part of helping as well. I can't just sit on the sidelines. We're all here to help each other. We need to help. It's a brotherhood. Country is already challenging as it is. So anybody that's in the Hispanic culture that's trying to break into country, we need to just get together and help one another. So I'm here.
There you go. That's great there. Great advice from Mr. Mick Cruz right here. Yolanda says exactly well said. So that's coming from Yolanda Gonzalez.
Thank you, Yolanda.
So again, guys, we've caught up with Mick a little bit there and talked a little bit about the new stuff that he's got right now, the new music planned shows that are up and coming right now here in the state of Texas. A couple of them in the next couple of months, so be on the lookout for that. I'm sure there's more to come as well. Rick says you got his vote. Okay, Tejano country is really being recognized lately. That's on behalf of Mr. Amigo Pete.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Rick.
Got his vote there. And Martha Molina says you're welcome.
I'm going to run for office.
Awesome.
I'm going to get Rick's vote if I run for office. I hope maybe Rick's going to vote for me.
There you go, Rick. Yeah, it's a start for this. You learn something new every day, Rick. All right, so you're doing your hell of a job right there. So be on the lookout for that. All right.
Thank you, guys. I'm humble. Thank you so much and blessed.
Definitely a great show tonight. We got a lot of great response here from Mr. Mick Cruz. If you guys are out there, again, share the live. Go out there and follow his Facebook page, guys. Social media, should I say. He's on all platforms. Go out there and look him. Are the handles pretty much the same on all your platforms there, Mick?
Correct, yes. Mick Cruz Music, pretty much on all of them. Just reach out for me, follow, and I really appreciate that. And if you can listen to my music, give it a shot, and put it on your phone, that'd be fantastic. I'd really, really appreciate that.
There you go, man. Well, again, thanks you so much for being a good sport, Mick, tonight. We appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to, join us here on Tejano Time to, share your music with our audience and a little bit about your story as well. So, I mean, you're welcome back anytime, my brother. And we're definitely looking forward to seeing you in San Antonio in March.
Man, okay. I can't wait to meet you guys. And thank you for having me. I've had a blast. I love talking to guys like you. You guys are fantastic. You got it for the music business and stuff. And I can't do it without you. I can't emphasize this enough. I need you guys to help. I mean, it's not just one person. It's kind of a collective thing to get that song out there. So I really appreciate it. You and everybody else out there that supports Mick Cruz music. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
You're welcome, man, and enjoy the rest of your evening, Mick. We'll be in touch for sure, and looking forward to seeing you again. Let me get a couple of more comments before we get out of here. Right? I know there's a couple more right here. Sure. She said, Martha Molina says she will definitely be there.
Thank you, Martha.
Hope to see you out there, Martha. Thank you so much. Bobby Castañeda, saludos. He's watching the show. One of our faves from California is watching, so thank you so much for that. Yes, they will be. Let's see here. Anna says here. Yes, there will be an obstacle that will slow you down, but go straight on, heads up to your dreams. You're awesome. So she's definitely likes your music.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And of course, Amigo Pete, we definitely love bringing the new artist and up and coming artists here on the show to share and shed some light on their music, because they need a platform as well, just as well as the other established artists as well. I mean, we definitely need to get the new artist out there, their music played, heard, and whatnot, stories and anything and everything we possibly can do for the industry. That's why we're here, and that's why I'm here, and that's why we have the show tonight as well. So again, Mick, we appreciate you, my brother, and we'll look forward to the next show. We will definitely have you on in the future again, right here on Tejano Time and the radio, whatever it is that we're gonna do, we're gonna have you back. There's
absolutely, no doubt. Man. Thank you so much for having me, brother. Y'all take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
All right, guys. Bye.